Disclaimer: I do not own the clips or music shown. These are used for review and entertainment purposes. Thank you. To 2003. Actually, she doesn't die. I mean, she does die, but she gets brought back in her own movie. And yes, Elektra has her own movie, and I may review that someday. And it's one of the worst comic book movies ever. Is it as bad as Fan 4 Stick? Oh, it's up there. Anyway, I'll talk about that someday.
Greetings, guy pals and gal pals. It's me, Camden, on Channel Camden. Remember Daredevil, also known as Very Good Lawyer?
Oh, can you see into my eyes like open doors?
Daredevil was a film released in 2003 based on the character from the Marvel Comics. It starred Ben Affleck, also known as Man Who Hated, playing the Batman, and role replaced by Edward Cullen. I reviewed the film years ago and it won 17 Oscars. Yes, YouTube videos get Oscars. It also was the birth of this running gag on my channel.
I'm not the bad guy.
It's more hilarious than actual intentional comedy, especially Saturday Night Live. Who? It's the Room of Superheroes. This film is a spectacular joy to watch. It also came out in the early 2000s, the time of Bully Maguire, Vampire Wesley Snipes, and the misadventures of Hugh Jackman and pals, co-starring the Donut Lord and paralyzed Picard. The film is also amazingly dated.
I'm an outlaw. Quick on.
Remember Elektra and the film?
Does it remind me of The Office? Oh my gosh. No.
Elektra was filmed and released in 2005, starring Jennifer Garner as the character. This film isn't brought up often, and for a reason. Many hated it. Even Garner herself. Really uninteresting. I watched it on G=A, and what are my thoughts on it? Well, let's jump right into it, shall we? Film opens with Elektra hunting down someone. The guy also says that nobody can stop Elektra. Sorry to tell you, buddy, but Irish Mr. Clean with a target on his head making rattlesnake sounds with his jacket killed her. Speaking of, Elektra is brought back to life by Stick, like comic book character including Peter Parker, Steve Rogers, Bruce Banner, Jean Grey, Norman Osborn, Barry Allen, Superman, Goku. Wait, he isn't even a comic book character. Oh, and the reason I'm using text-to-speech is because the movie was so bland that I decided not to speak.
Well, I can help with that. You decided not to speak. I decided to speak, and from the script that I pitched many years ago. Let's see. There it is. So Elektra moves into a house, and we make unpacking things the most epic thing ever. And you also see her work out. Typically in comic book movies, we see an epic montage with the characters suiting up, but here we don't see that. We're still watching a comic book movie. Oh, and then a girl sneaks into her house and she catches her. Oh, and then Elektra then meets the girl's father.
Oh, and get this. This is the father's name.
It's kind of awkward, but have you seen a girl, 13-year-old, blondish haired, about here? My daughter Abby. We had a fight.
I saw her late afternoon.
Oh, you did?
She broke into my house.
Look, if she broke something, I'm unhappy. Did she?
No.
Good. Look, if she broke something, I'm unhappy to pay for it. I'm Mark Miller. We're in the lower cap.
Yep. The name of the father is Mark Miller, named after the comic writer Mark Miller. This is the second time these films used a comic writer's name as one of the characters. Jokwe Sato was a criminal daredevil let get run over by a train. This man wrote the Ultimates. Yep. That Ultimates. Also is using comic writers' names as one of the secondary characters in your comic book film a form of self-insertion? I guess Chris Chan wasn't doing any wrong with putting himself in the Sonical comics. Can't wait for the Batman, where Pattinson beats up a crook named Frank Miller or Jeff Johns. Those guys honestly deserves it. Or a Flash film where Tom King helps him outstar Labs. Or Spider-Man meeting Dan Slott at his college. Or the X-Men finding an evil mutant named Jeff Loeb. Or Deadpool cracking a joke about Rob Bowman and how much he claims him on Twitter. Wait, that seems like something Deadpool would actually do.
So then it seems that they're on the run, the family. And also, Elektra gains interest in Mark Millar. Now we need a comic book movie where Captain Marvel has an interest in, I don't know, Rob Life. And also, Elektra's acting is totally not bland at all. I am Elektra. I am hiding from everyone. And I talk very monotone and calm throughout the whole movie. And also, you know, the Hand, you know, the Foot Clan, well, the clan, ninja clan before the Foot Clan. And the ninja master is Stick. And Stick, he just looks like another old man. Elektra, you go. And also the family is on the run. So, they order Elektra to kill them, though she doesn't, because she cares about them. And then that multiple bad guys are after them. Like, and there's also like a woman that when she kisses you or whatever, you die, like poison ivy. And also there's a muscular black man. And there's also a guy that runs super fast. If this movie came out today, would have had an extra slow-mo scene like Quicksilver. And also, you know, Elektra bonds a good bond with the family. See, there's this scene and this scene, man, in that pitch meeting, I wasn't really that creative with writing this. Then there's a kind of battle in the forest. As you can see here, this is a good scene. Look at this. Very, very engaging, greatest scene of all time. Look at it. Look at it. As he throws that thing right there, and then there's that.
Oh, that wasn't Joe laughing. That was me. I know. mustache-twirling villain are all played by the same guy. New. There's a scene in the forest that reminded me of a Katy Perry song.
This scene needs more evanescence. Oh, that was me talking. I know our voices are very distinctive, am I right? I remember when I had a different voice back in season 1.
What?
Then Elektra decides to face the evil gang in her comic-accurate costume. She's missing the direct tough.
Oh yeah, we were, but Jennifer Garner said she didn't want it to have it on in the film. And yes, I'm totally telling the truth. This definitely happened behind set. This definitely happened. I'm definitely not making this up. This is a great fight. Yes, a great fight. Not bad at all. And totally not CGI, totally not. Look at these. Why do we make them fight in a haunted mansion? Good guys win, bad guys lose. And then, it turns out that the master, Stick, said it was all a test. This entire story of the movie was a test. Totally not pointless at all. And, you know how, in early 2000s comic book movies where the character just swings into the camera or look to the camera or something to give you a awe-like wonder before the movie ends. It doesn't happen here. He just walks. Yeah, she just walks and then to the credits.
Not doing the directed by Michael Bay thing. I just did it in the last bit. It can't be as repetitive as Doug Walker screaming like a mixture of a goat and a hyena every 10 seconds. Speaking of, has he reviewed this? Of course he did. Just to let you know I'm never reviewing The Wall. Anyways, what did I think of this movie?
The movie was pretty bland and uninteresting. Is it one of the worst comic book movies of all time? It's understandable why they have it in their list. But it's just really bland, uninteresting, and just nothing to just keep you watching. One time when I watched it, I remember when I went to get some snacks from the kitchen, I didn't even pause the movie. Elektra from the Daredevil movie wasn't really that interesting of a character to begin with. Why would you give a character a spin-off when the movie the character was from wasn't really that interesting? This version of Elektra is not an interesting character, mainly because Jennifer Garner's monotone performance. And it's really by the fact that she did not want to play Elektra, but she was obligated to. The donuts I'm giving it. And with the characters, the other characters, Mark Millar, the character in the movie is not that really interesting, and also he just looks like a Jake Gyllenhaal lookalike. At moments of the film, they try to give like Elektra more of a backstory, more to make her interesting, and more of a character arc. But in this film, it's not really emphasized that well. It's just. It's also mainly because I found out that this film had a very rushing production. Production was also very, very, very rushed. So there you go. So yeah, there's my review of Elektra, and I'd like to thank good old pal Joe the Pitchman, which is definitely not me, a different guy. Totally not played by the same guy. Totally. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you like, comment, but not a mean comment, and subscribe. Wait a second. What is this doing here? Oh gosh, I gotta talk about this guy again.